Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Capricorn. If Capricorn is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, let's get started. Okay. Let's see what these tea leaves have to say. All right, and so the card I have pulled for you tonight is the Hermit. Definitely one of my top favorite archetypes. As a person that loves to be by themselves, it's definitely kind of always been that dream to go kind of live in the woods by myself with the animals and the trees. Okay. And let's see. All right. So I want to start with this formation right here. And this to me looks like a person carrying a bag. And I'm so sorry if there's some banging in the back there. A person carrying a bag, and it's kind of over their back or over their shoulder on their back. And it says to me, kind of you are hitting the road. You're going on a journey. Now, if this is a small journey, like to the grocery store, or a journey across the continent, it doesn't matter. It could be a very large one, a very small one. It seems that you are probably going by yourself. Okay, this is a solo journey, and that's where that Hermit comes in. And I think that, you don't mind a solo trip. You're a Capricorn. You're very independent. You don't mind the quiet. You don't mind being on your own some. So I don't think that this is something that is too bothersome for you. But, at times it can feel a little bit lonely to be out there by yourselves. And, I think that there's just a tinge of, it's not necessarily melancholy, but introspection. Okay, it makes me think that you are really just kind of in this place where you are thinking about the things that are important to you. Life experiences. I feel like there have probably been some shifts in the last, year or so. Maybe something big. And you've been busy with that. I know we've talked a lot about your work life. And I see a person standing here, the body and the legs, and they're holding something out. It looks like a frying pan maybe. And it looks like they're, throwing it up to turn over, and it looks like a fish. So frying up some fish, it seems like you really have had some big opportunities that you have successfully taken. You've really caught your fish, and your work life has been most excellent, and career life, making money. I know it's been in a lot of the readings the thing that we focused on. Well, now for whatever reason you seem to be traveling, okay, and kind of just experiencing life, the little subtleties. I don't know what it is that is going on or what will be happening, but it seems like on this little journey, large journey, depending on how far you're going, something profound will happen. And I don't think that we're talking about some, fated meeting or, you know, some terrible accident or anything like that. But I think that it'll be one of those days where you just catch a glimpse of something and it will kind of hold your attention, like you're seeing just beyond the veil something that seems a little uncanny. And now here I see a person with their hands up. I see a scythe and some kind of large flower or vegetable, and it makes me think that this is some kind of reaping happening, some kind of harvest. Okay, I feel that this is kind of a very potent spiritual event. Okay, and oftentimes spiritual events are very, I mean, just seem minor from any other context. It is just an occurrence, a little occurrence, something subtle. But for the experiencer, the person in that just right alignment of perception, this is something magnificent. This is not unlike the saints who would have visions and these kind of holy experiences, visitations, late at night having, vivid dreams and divine revelation, and this kind of idea of the night visitor, the muse, the beloved, all of the alchemists, occultists, the guardian angel. And so these things look like madness sometimes to other people, or silly, or reading into something too deeply, getting kind of like a child. We perceive children to be lost in their imagination, these fantastical things that they make up. But when you are the one experiencing that, when you are immersed in that, that is magic. That is holy event, right? That is joy, agape, pure creation. And so I feel like this is really a place where you're going to find some just spiritual sustenance, emotional sustenance. This is something to be harvested, to take with you, to fill yourself with this. I feel as you come out of this situation, you can tell other people, of course, but who can really, it's like talking about a dream to somebody, unless you're seeking out some kind of clarity on your dream. You want to hear about other people's dreams, their dream analysis. That's one thing. But when, your coworker wants to tell you about their dream about a dog wearing pants or something, it doesn't mean that much. And so often these events that we go through, that we have, that we are, blessed to experience, they just sound like nonsense to other people. But I'm here to tell you that this is a key. Okay, this is something that is unlocking that deeper layer of the realities, going beyond that base collective reality, as Terence McKenna would say, our collective hallucination, our agreed upon, made up systems that we all kind of decide to agree that we all experience it the same way at the same time, and it's all, neat and tidy. Well, it doesn't seem. The more we get into the quantum, it doesn't seem to be what's going on, right? So, this will linger. This will come with you, okay? And use it. Use it. Make something of this, because this is a gift. These moments are a gift. I can't stress that enough. It might seem like something that, you know, just feels strange. Oh, that was weird. It might feel like a synchronicity. Maybe it is. Maybe it is a strand of synchronicity. But I think that being on this journey alone, it makes it harder for you to explain. But you don't need to explain. This is for you. And I think that, and you know, if you've watched my readings, I love to tell you, go ahead and write about it. Keep this documented for yourself, because at some point it's going to be important. Now, you don't have to go and read about, you know, read your journals or, you know, little notes that you take in your little notebook or whatever. But someday it might come up. Something else might tickle you, you know, tickle your nose a little bit, and you think, this seems familiar. And you go back and you look through your little journal of magical moments and inspirations and divine interventions. And I see a person here kind of crawling, right? Almost kind of silly. I think of somebody pretending to be a dog with the mouth, but meeting this, and it looks like a serpent, really, but kind of a silly looking serpent, and the mouth is mimicking. Okay. And so I think that, in my mind, this is very much has to do with embracing the absurdity of it all. Embracing that absurd energy. And coming to probably this is, you know, some noticeable duality for you, Capricorn, because, you know, I think that you maybe dwell in the logical a little more than most. You like things to make sense. You know, you read something and you think, yeah, they did a study on that. There's scientific, you know, they've used the scientific method and they know, right? And that's good enough. But sometimes the world shows you that it's just chaos. It's absurd. Things don't make sense all the time. Sometimes you get thrown into a situation that is strange, absurd, doesn't mean very much, at least not in the not the context you have, you know, where you are standing in your perception. It's bizarre, probably. So I think that sometimes embracing that posture, that's what's going to kind of open you up to more of these things happening. Having more of these little events, these little peeks behind the curtain. And we have a big old turkey right here. Okay, and it almost looks like it's being held up by, I think that looks like a wolf man, maybe. And so, it kind of, what it really does, because the ears are so long and it's so slender, it makes me think of a coyote person, a shaman, okay? A kind of spirit guide, the animal manifestation of, you know, some kind of holy person, medicine person, a revealer, okay? And the turkey, a most sacred and clever being, You know, you can think, oh, birds are, what is it, bird-brained, right? But the turkey really is such a beautiful abundance, right? It's an abundant creature. It is a creature that is hardy. And we're talking about wild turkeys here. It is something to be reckoned with. If you have ever experienced a group of wild turkey, then you know what I'm talking about. They don't play. They will get you. And so I think that this energy really, through this event that is happening, I really get the impression that this is a balancing for you. I think it pulls you out of this kind of rigid, work-facing kind of posture configuration that you've been in, and kind of just mixes things up a little bit. It reminds you that you are, like us all, a fellow traveler, and you as well are, you know, being exposed to these different personalities and archetypes and intelligences in your daily life. Do you take notice all the time? No, but sometimes they're going to grab you by the shirt collar and they're going to tell you, pay attention. And this one, the turkey, is a very assertive, I'll say, an assertive energy. And I think this is really, it gets you into a place of feeling confident in yourself, not just in this not ability to apply yourself, get the things done, stay organized, continually and steadily make resources over a long period of time, but you also have these very magical traits. You have the keys to the kingdom. You have access to that interior place. And so, you know, here's your reminder. And now I want to look at this, a little question mark backwards, okay? And we have a little, it looks like some kind of fae. So here's the question. Do you follow this? Do you follow it home? Do you go to that place? You know? Do you lessen the ties that hold you to this, you know, sense of firm reality? Or do you follow? Do you follow deeper and deeper in? That's up to you, you know. With that hermit energy, you have that light. You do. You have that perception. You have that bright interior light and understanding. But, you know, it's all risky. All of it is. Life is a risk, isn't it? All right, so I feel like you will definitely have some kind of dream, a direct dream visitation as well, accompanying this event, this thing that happens while you're out. And I didn't really talk about like what this thing could be, and that's kind of on purpose, but you'll know it when it happens. You know, it's like that Mandela effect, right? Where you misremember things, or it seems that the universe has shifted timelines. If you have not heard of this Mandela, I always think of it as the Mandela effect. Mandela effect. Look it up. It's interesting. But there is this feeling of something feeling like so uncanny. You remember something being a certain way, and come to find out, it's not, but we collectively remember it one way. What is that? Well, anyways, that uncanny feeling, that is kind of what, it's kind of like what comes up when this thing is going to happen. It's going to be noticeable. But you'll have a dream visitation. I see a being with antlers. This will be a sacred being visiting you. And I think there will be at least 2 words or 2 concepts that come out of this dream that you should try to hold on to and bring back with you. So keep a notepad next to your bed in case it happens and you need to write it down in the middle of the night. Don't forget it, because you will. We always do, don't we? So write it down. And with that, I will say thank you for spending this time with me, Capricorn. I am always so honored to bring these messages to you. And I hope your little event with divinity, your little date with divinity, I hope that that goes well. I do. And if you would be so kind as to like the video, it helps us at the channel get into the algorithm. We're growing, and I say we because I mean you, me, and this community that we have here. The channel's growing. We're getting more and more subscribers. I am so thankful. And if you haven't subscribed, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next videos are coming out. Other than that, if you want to leave a comment, I read all of them and I try to get back to them as quickly as I can. This last week has been kind of getting back, a day or 2 behind, but that's just, the holiday we had here in America. We had the 4th of July, so there have been a lot of events going on around that. And so, yeah, we will talk again in a few days here, Capricorn. Thank you, thank you, thank you.